What is going on, everyone? My name is and today we're going to be reviewing the third Spider-Man movie of the MCU and the 9th Spider-Man film to come out in theaters, Spider-Man No Way Home. So yes, this is the sequel to Far From Home, and to be honest, folks, this film, my god, has been getting so much hype and is one of the most anticipated films to come out this year, all thanks to the trailers that came out, the hype the fans have created, the return of previous live-action Spider-Man villains, to rumors of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield returning to reprise their roles. Let's be honest, folks, this film has gotten so many fans excited. We have been waiting for this film to come out, to the point that there has been stories of people getting into fights with other people just to get their hands on the ticket. True story, you can't make this shit up. Now, Thankfully, I was able to get my tickets without having to fight someone to the death for it. And I went to go to see this film while doing my best to keep my excitement level down, because I didn't want to go into this film and end up getting disappointed. So, how did this film do? Does it deserve the 97% on Rotten Tomatoes? Does it deserve the 8 out of 10 ratings on IGN? Does it deserve all of the praises that people have been giving this film? Well, let's take a look and find out, shall we? This is my review for No Way Home. Alright, so the film takes place after the second film, where Mysterio, the villain from the previous film, had revealed Peter Parker's identity as Spider-Man, even framing him for Mysterio's attack in London and also for his death. So as a result of that, Peter's life has been completely turned upside down. My god, this poor kid has been through so much, with people seeing him as criminals, to his loved ones getting dragged into this mess, and unable to live a nice normal life like he was hoping for. So as a result of that, he goes to Doctor Strange to cast a spell to make the whole world forget that he was Spider-Man. However, as we saw from the trailer, Peter ends up messing up the spell, which results in the multiverse opening up and allowing enemies of Spider-Man, or rather other Spider-Men, to show up to the MCU one and just cause a lot of mess. So it's up to Peter and Doctor Strange to defeat these villains and save their world before it's too late. So that's the story, and this is where we're going to get into more spoiler territory, guys. I'm sorry, but I have to talk about this in order to help with this review. Alright, so let's start off with the positive stuff of the film, shall we? I love this story. I love where we see Peter, who's just had his whole life just thrown upside down and is struggling with everything that's happening. We see him dealing with the mess of the spell as well, and all the damage that it's caused with the villains and all these dangerous villains, you know, just causing all this mess. So this poor kid, my god, he's not even in his 20s yet, and he's dealing with so much shit. I love how you feel bad for Peter and you just want to see him get something out of this. Just find a way out of all the mess that he's in. While at the same time, we see him going up against these villains and, you know, finding out about these other versions of Spider-Man, finding out the face of these villains, and all while trying to fix the mess he's created. Now, yes, the cat's out of the bag, folks, thanks to all the people who end up spoiling this. But yes, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield do show up in this film, and honestly, their appearance in this film really helped Tom Holland's Spider-Man, helping his character grow, helping him, you know, continue on fighting despite everything he's gone through, and help him in the final battle. I feel like the film really stepped up on his drama, the emotional moments, the hell yeah moments, and even building up towards a great final act. From the beginning to the middle to the end, I was hooked on this film, and that I feel they did an amazing job for it. I also thought they did an amazing job with the villains, you know, with their stories in this. You know, Electro, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, they all pretty much got their characters fleshed out some more than they did in the other films. And I thought they did a great job with that. And I especially love them as villains. I also love seeing Tobey and Andrew's characters in this film and seeing them help Tom's character overcome his struggles. Well, also surprised with how the film ended. I mean, I didn't expect it to end that way and even go in the directions it did, but I saw they did a great job with this. Now, honestly, I can't really think of much of a problem with the story since, you know, I just loved everything about it, how it went to the beginning, middle, to the end. Now, I think the only flaw I can think of, the only thing that I can think of is, yes, it's 2 hours 28 long. This might feel a little long than, you know, than the other films, but with everything they had to throw into this film, I think it was necessary. They needed to do that in order to help flesh out, these characters and their story in this, but it was worth it. I thought they did a great job with this. Happy with how well it went. So, yeah, good job on that. Alright, so I gotta be honest, I cannot see Tom Holland any other role other than Spider-Man. He's just perfect for the role. He's so amazing. You feel bad for his character. He's just going through so much and is trying to do everything he can to do the right thing. And also fix the mistakes he makes. I also love here where we see he starts to realize he can't always fix things and he has to do his best as much as he can. I do love the surprises we get here, especially where we see, Andrew Garfield and Tobey's characters show up and help, Tom Holland's character, help him grow and help him continue fighting, and even show how they had to overcome their own problems, their own obstacles in order to get where they are. And I love they're able to help influence Tom Holland's character and help him overcome these same problems as well. I love the chemistry we see with Tom Holland's character with his friends. All the other actors did an amazing job with this. Benedict Cumberbatch, I love seeing him in this movie and seeing him interacting with Peter and trying to help him while also trying to help him understand you can't fix everything, man. You can't help everybody. That's just life. And he's also trying to fix the mess that technically, let's be honest, yes, Peter caused, but he also caused it as well, so he's also responsible for this. And he's trying to fix it as much as he can while also helping Peter. Again, I love seeing all these spider villains showing up here from the previous films. I feel like Jamie Foxx, Alfred, Molina, and Willem Dafoe all did an amazing job with their performances, and honestly, they seem to have a lot of fun reprising these roles. But also, we get to see their characters a little fleshed out more than in the previous films, which I think was a very good thing. Yeah, so honestly, they did such a fantastic job with this. The only problem I can think of with this part here is that there are some characters that they bring in that are not used a lot. They're not given a lot of screen time, especially for some of the villains. Like, honestly, I kind of wish they were given more screen time, but then again, with the time length they had with this, I don't think that was going to be possible. Was even shocked with the direction they went with one of the characters, which I didn't see coming, but had no problem with, because I thought this helped with the story's drama and helped, push Tom Holland's character a little bit more. And just another obstacle for him to try to overcome. Just something else for him to try to fight through and not overcome by his anger and hatred. So I thought they did a great job with the characters. So I thought, not bad. I like it. Just a few flaws here, but it's not as bad as I thought it could have been. Alright, so the special effects for this film, I gotta say, I had a lot of fun seeing them, especially when we get to see the fights and how amazing to see all three Spider-Men fighting together against the villains. I thought that is so cool. And Tobey and Andrew, they still look good in the spider suit. Let's be honest. Especially love seeing Doc Ock with his upgraded arm, seeing the better Green Goblin suit look. It's not that bad. Even more with Electro's look. Oh my gosh, such a huge improvement there. I love the way they shot this film, while also, yeah, at times the CGI, it's there, and they rely on it way too much. I think that's the only problem I have, is the heavy rely on the CGI. But I mean, honestly, the other Spider films kind of relied a lot on CGI, and there's not really other ways you could pull off certain scenes without it, so I give it a pass. But the music for this film that they used was well done. I especially love for the final act as well. And we see the music they use for when Peter's going up against the Green Goblin, and just what he's going through, especially what the Goblin did. And yeah, you can't help but get so drawn into this. I thought they did a great job with this. So yeah, honestly, the special effects, not bad. I love the music. I love the way it was shot. Again, only flaw, the CGI, but, it's okay. I give it a pass. Alright, so without a shadow of a doubt, Spider-Man No Way Home, in my view, is a fantastic, awesome film. I love the story, the actors, their characters, the music, the special effects, the fights, the way the film was shot. I love every bit of it. It does have its flaws. Yes, let's be honest. A lot of these films will have its flaws, but I love this film from the beginning, middle to the end. I was hooked on it. I wanted to see everything that was going to happen, and I especially love how Tom Holland's Spider-Man has pretty much grown over the years and has become such an amazing hero, and I really am looking forward to seeing more of him in the future. And from what we heard, he is going to be doing more Spider-Man films, so I'm happy for that. And let's be honest, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, he went from being a kid who wants to become an Avenger to trying to save the universe to eventually trying to live out his normal life as a kid to being a hero to where he's trying to fix the mistakes he's made. He's beaten down, he loses those he loves, but with his friends, the arrival of the other Spider-Man, and Strange's help, he manages to overcome the odds. And to me, I love that. He finds a way to keep on fighting. He doesn't give up. He doesn't give in to his anger and becomes a Spider-Man that we all love. And honestly, that's what I love about Spider-Man. That's what I love about this character. Yeah, he has his flaws, but even with everything he's gone through, he doesn't let it stop him. He doesn't, give in. He uses his powers for good. He doesn't forget the lessons he's learned. And I love this character so much. And I'm glad that this film did a fantastic job. I'm very happy with it. If you are a fan of Spider-Man like I am, or a fan of, superhero films, or just want to see a good film with your loved ones, with your friends, with your family, I recommend watching it. This is such a great film. You will not be disappointed. I love this film. I cannot wait to watch it again and again and again. I'm not going to get bored by this film. I'm going to watch as many times as I want because this film is awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you have a different opinion about this film or what you think of the other Spider-Man films, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button. Check out my Facebook page. Check out my Twitter page. Check out T3 Media's channel. Subscribe to our channel. Keep up to date with their videos. And I will see you next time to give you more love and more entertainment. Until then, guys, take care, be safe, love y'all, and goodbye, and happy holidays.